Good day, viewers. And my name is Drotoye. I would like to give you a quick walkthrough of how Sistema Records Professional SMS works. This is going to be indeed a short video because recording all what this system can do will take quite a long time. So I just want to do a quick walkthrough so that you can have a taste of what it is. And when you request a demo, you can have all the room to play around and see and ask our team for help where you need help. Okay, so when you log in to the SMS, this is what you get if you log in as an administrator. That is why on here you can see it's a demo admin. So I am using this as the administrator. Okay, and before we begin do anything here, like you can see, we have no students on the database. When you get a demo of this package, or even a paid one, which is basically the same as I am presenting it, the database comes with zero data, and you are the one who is going to feed in the information according to your institution or college or school. Okay, so we have 0 students. This is intentional so that I can show you how to admit students. So we are going to work with admitting a class. But before we can admit students, we need the information of their parent. We need to enter parent first. Okay, as it is, I already have some teachers. I already have some parents. Okay, and I will be adding another parent just for you or for us to see how parents are added. Then I will go on to do the enrollment for students in a particular class. And by the way, those classes are not yet created, so I am equally going to quickly create those classes. And the reason why the teachers are already in here is because to create a class, there must be a teacher, maybe a form teacher, even though we know, depending on schools, if you are operating a secondary school, teachers are not attached to each classes except for teachers who are overseeing their things, like form teachers or class teacher. Okay, so that is what it is. And let me begin to put you through. So like I said, I need to go on to add more parents so that we can see how parents are added. And the way parents are added are equally the way all the other users are added, except for students that have facility for bulk enrollment. Okay, so I will go to manage users and I want to add another parent. Okay, here I already have this number of parents. Okay, so let me just add another parent to see. You click to add new parent. Okay, and this form will load. Let me quickly add another parent name, Jamil Kato. Okay, and you need username or email for each and every user on the system. I will simply call this person Jamil Kato at srecpro.com. Okay, and I will give this password to this person. The password that I assigned can be changed by this person after their login. Okay, I just would give to say this guy lives in Kaduna. Okay, and or maybe Anambra, wherever. Okay, then the profession. Let's say the person is a mechanic. Okay, so I'll click on add parent. Then this should be added. We can see data added successfully. So when I scroll down to the list of parents, we then have 9 parents. So these IDs, their IDs are actually needed when we want to enroll for when we want to enroll their children. Okay, so David Ajayoba, for instance, his ID according to our database is 1. It is incremental. It is auto incremental. As you add more parents, they automatically take the next number and the next number. Okay, that is for the parent. Okay, after adding this, you can come on the actions and edit or delete if you think something is not correct. Okay, that's fine. So after this has been done, we've seen how parents are added. Okay, then I can then go to create classes because I need those classes to be there before I can then add students. Okay, so to add classes, I need to come to academics and classes. Then I come to manage classes. Okay, and by the way, to add new class, like I said, okay, let me just continue. I think this is still fine. We want to add a new class, and let's say this new class is JSS 1 if you are operating a secondary school, and the numeric number, you will see how this is used later. I will just assign 1 to it, and let me just pick one of the teachers that I have there. Let me pick this S. Danladi as a teacher. Then I am going to add this class. Okay, so this class GSS1 is already added. It can be deleted or edited accordingly. Okay, I need to quickly just add more classes. JSS2. Let me assign this numeric number of 2, and let's say the teacher or the assigned teacher to this class is this teacher. Need to add GSS3. Okay, and let me take Bala Mohammed as their form teacher or class teacher. Let me add another one. This is going to be the last class that I will add because of time. Let's maximize our resources. And the numeric is this one. Oh, by the way, did I put GSS? No, SSS 1. Then the numeric will be 4 because we already had 1 to 3. Okay, let's take Sanko Yusuf. Yes, so let's say we are stopping here for the number of classes. What then happens is once our classes are added, we all know that sometimes we do have classes with harms, A, B, C, GSS1, A, B, C, and D, or E, and so on and so forth. So in that case, what you then do is you come to manage sections, okay? Manage sections or harms, okay? And all the lists, all the classes that are already added on our database, on our system will be listed here. We remember we added only 4 for now, okay? And the first one is automatically assigned as section A, okay? So if you think you need to edit, you can come here and edit or delete or do accordingly. Otherwise, I need to add more sections to GSS1. Let's say we have GSS1, 2, and 3. And the section name, let's say the section name, because we already have A, section name is B, and the nickname, let it be B as well. Okay, and what class it is that we are adding or creating new section for, it is GSS1, so I'm selecting that. Then I go to the teacher, because this must have another teacher. Okay, and let me choose this Linda number, and I will add this section. Once this section is added, we should see section, the section name is A, B for GSS, right? And the nickname is B. This one, we didn't put any nickname. Maybe we can put the nickname as A as well. Okay, you are going to see how these informations are used, or the reason why they are important. So I'm going to section GSS2. Oh, by the way, let's add one more section to GSS1. I didn't need to click that. I could just click on add new section and say this is C, and the nickname is equally C, and GSS1, and the teacher. Let me choose this guy. Don't worry with the names. Some names are not, you may not be familiar with. Okay, and let me go to GSS2, oh sorry, GSS2, and we want to add another ham or another section, which is BB, and this can be GSS2, and let's put a teacher, since a teacher can be a class teacher to more than one classes, more than one class rather, beg your pardon. Let me edit this to give the nickname of A as well. Okay, I think we are fine with adding sections. We've seen how sections can be added to create two classes, and so on and so forth. Okay, now that this has been added, we can close this for now, and let's then go to admitting students. Remember, when the name of our, I mean, each parent are attached or are given a unique identity number when we add them to according to the hierarchy of how we add them to our database. Okay, so this is now going to work for us. Let's go to manage students to admit student. Okay, students can be admitted by clicking on admit student. And here is a sample of instructions that you just need just to read and see. So in this particular form, we have all the information that may be required, which can equally be customized to the need of a particular school, because schools are unique and they are different in the ways of their operation. But these are just basic things that we think that has satisfied most schools that we have worked with. Okay, so but in this particular walkthrough, I am not going to admit a student. I just want to do a bulk admission for a student. So when you are doing bulk admission, what you need to do is you come here and select classes, and all the classes that you have on your database will be selected. I mean, will be available for you to choose from. So after choosing that, you need to choose the section. If it is section A, B, C, you know, like we have 3 sections or hams for GSS1 according to what we have done. So let's say we want to enroll student 4 into this class GSS1A. I then need to come here to generate a CSV file that can help us to do our bulk admission. So I'm going to, when you click that, the file will be generated, and depending on how your system is set up, it will be downloaded somewhere and you see the name as bulk underscore student. Okay, so okay, that is how it is. And the best way to then use it is to rename that particular file according to the name of the class. You can then enter all the names, but I've already pre-enter one for this for the purpose of this walkthrough. Okay, so here are the list of students that I'm intending to admit into section GSS 1A. Okay, here we have how many students? We have this number of students, or we have 10. Okay, and you will see that their parent identity, this is where now the parent identity are needed for bulk admission. So the parent identity are just here. And if you have a parent with more than one child, what you do is just to repeat as many times as this parent or guardian is attached to a particular student. Okay, so this is going to be admitted into GSS 1. I name it Form 1 underscore 1, but it's fine. So I've then come here and do a select. I want to select a CSV file. Where I put it is my desktop. My desktop is loaded with a lot of things. I think I put it in this file. Okay, I can actually import any of these because they are the same thing. I wanted to edit it, but I stopped. Okay, then after you had then attach this, you can import the CSV file, student imported. Then the student will be automatically imported into this class GSS 1A that we selected. After this, let me then go back to our landing page. Then we'll see the number of students that was just admitted here. It was 0. Now we have 10 students. Okay, 10 students, and now parents are 9. Okay, it was 8 before I did that addition. Now that this has been done, okay, let's then okay, let's check the students. Let's check the student. Okay, we can go to manage. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. I go to manage students. I come to student information now because we want to see the student. By the way, these are the classes that we added: GSS 1, 2, and 3. SS1. You remember we stopped at SS1. So if I click on GSS1, we are going to see all the lists. Now this is where our nickname are appearing. We are going to see all the list, okay, of the students. Okay, and what then happened is if I click on this section A, I'm still going to see all the list of the students, and this number is according to how you standardize student identity as per your school. If I go to section B, I am not going to see any student, neither would I see on C. Why? Because we have not enrolled any students into those classes. These are the already enrolled students. And so you can access each of these student details or profile by coming to the action next to their names. And if I check on mark, there's not going to we are not going to see anything because we have not added anything further on their record. Okay, and the same thing would happen to all the available. Checking on the profile, we are going to see some basic profile. And the reason is because we have added such. And this is the guidance on the name of the parent. Exam mark is going to be blank. Payment is going to be blank. He has not made any payment. And the local government information is not here because it was not part of the bulk enrollment that we did. Okay, and so we are coming back here. So that is what we see of this particular student. Okay, so we will repeat this for all the classes that are in our school. Okay, so that is how it is done. And we've come here. There are some other things that can be done here, like academic syllabus, study materials can be added. But like I said, a single video will not be enough to contain all that is that this school management system is capable of. Okay, so we can then add routine to classes. This is where you come and you can select GSS1 as an administrator. You are allowed to do that. Okay, but perhaps I would like that each teacher do this when they log in into their dashboard as a teacher. Okay, and this calendar can equally be adjusted or re-customized or customized rather to a particular need. But so let me quickly then, as an administrator, add a routine to a particular class and see what it is. On subjects, when I come back to home, on subjects, let me be sure that we have subjects. Okay, subjects for GSS1. Okay, we do have some subjects, sample subjects that are already here. Okay, so subjects are added and teachers are attached to each of those subjects. Okay, this guy is taking mathematics and English. Anyway, never mind. This is meant to be a demo. Okay, so because we have some subjects that are already attached to this GSS, we can edit or delete according to our need and requirement. We can add more subjects. When you are adding subjects, you need to attach a teacher to every subject that is created. Okay, but we don't need to do that for this particular case. Okay, so from here we have a class that we can use. We have teachers attached to the class. We have the subjects. Okay, we can then do one of these. Please let me. So let me add a class timetable or routine just to see how it works. It makes our work to be easy. To do that, you need to obviously select that class. We have student for class A, so let's make that work for them. For that particular class, don't forget to change the day to Monday. So let's say in GSS 1A, when the first thing they do on a Monday is mathematics. You will see all the list of subjects that you have attached to that class here. Okay, it's mathematics, let's just say so. And starting time, let's say class starts at 8:15 and end at 9. a.m. obviously, and end at 9. That's a 45 minutes, if it's a 45 minutes. Otherwise, room is provided to do according to your exact routine. So I'm adding this class to, that routine to that class, same class. Okay, this time around, I want to say they want to do accounting. Okay, and the day is still a Monday. Okay, then the hour is now going to be 9:00. Okay, and it's going for 9:45 for another 45 minutes. Okay, and this class routing can be added. Okay. Okay, so for now, let's quickly just check on what we already have as a class timetable or routine. For GSS 1, let me click on class routine. Okay, we remember we added just mathematics and accounting, and we can edit or delete if there is a mistake. This is how it displays. Remember, we created 3 sections for this particular for GSS 1. That's why we still have B and C, but we have not added anything further on them. Okay, so let's see when we try to print our class timetable or routine. What we see here is the logo for your school. It's going to be the logo for your school, and the name of your school is going to be replaced with the Sistema Record Professionals, and the class is going to be the GSS 1, that particular class and this particular section. This can then be printed, and it can be customized for schools that are willing to customize them. Okay, so we have this. It's not a comprehensive timetable, like I told you, but this is just to show what can be done. And this can then be printed. Okay. Yeah. So that is how we had routine to classes. Okay. And you need to repeat that for as many number of classes you are handling as a teacher. And I mean, yes. Okay. So that's about it on class routine. Let's then come to students or manage students and see on student information, GSS 1. These are the students. I think I showed this before. Edit, and ID card can be generated for each of these students. You can see this is what we have per student. And by the way, I might need to reduce the size of my screen so that you can see that this ID card can be printed. It can actually be printed. Okay, and you see all the names and all that. And this contact, I can walk around this contact. Don't mind this, the way it is displaying. Some numbers are hidden. It was about the configuration. Okay, so let me then close. Let me close this, and it is our dashboard is looking like this now because I have zoomed it, so there's no too much enough room for read to flex. That's why it has gone to a mobile or a smaller device screen structure. Otherwise, I may reduce it and it come back to here. It can equally be accessed. Everything can equally work out here. You just need to click and open up, okay, for access, right? I think this video is going on. It has gone on for some time. Okay, so to enter academic record for students, we need to first do our grading system according to our school or need. And for that, we need to come to the exam, and we need to come to click on exam grades. We don't have any grade yet, so let's quickly just add grade. So let's say maybe I will do 1 and 2 and pause this video and add the rest just to save some time. Okay, and come back when that is done. Otherwise, let me start by adding the first one. Let's say the name of this grade is A, and the grade point is 70 and upward, which means 70 to 100. Okay. Oh, sorry. Beg your pardon. 70 up to 100. That's the way to work. Otherwise, the grade point, depending on your school, the grade point can be A, and the name perhaps is excellent. Excellent. Okay, and by the way, I'm just using a superb grading system. I hope this is still what they use. On the comments, excellent as well. You know what the comments are, so you had them accordingly. Okay, so this is the name. By the way, it should be distinction. Distinction. Okay. Okay, and so on this particular one, I am going to add this grade. I'm going to add that grade. And so let me create another one, then I pause the video and add the rest, or perhaps just work with that. Okay, on the second one, which we've said that one was the distinction. This naming thing can be a challenge for me. Okay, excellent, the very good, very good, very good. Grade point B, the mark is from 60 up to 69 according to the grading system that I have here. And a name can be assigned to this one. Let me just say very good. But this was supposed to be the comment actually. Very good. Very good. Name. Name. This, I think this is another distinction of a different class. Of a different class. Okay. Okay, so this has been added as well. So let's okay, so now we are done entering the grading system. This must be done accordingly in a correct manner. This may not be the perfect grading system, but we are using this for this walkthrough. Then, so immediately after we are done with this, we can go to manage or to exams list. This is where we enter the exams. Okay, there are no exams added. So let's say I want to add this exam. Let me say it's a first. Let me say it's a first term exam, maybe promotion exam sometimes. And let's put the date. Okay, let's say the date. I just want to go backward for whatever, for a part, so that I can then add marks and all that. But ideally to be in the future, because the exams must be entered before they are written actually. Okay. So let's say I choose this date, and the comment, maybe it's a promotion exam, whatever it is, or final exam for, if it's a third term, or I can equally say first term examination. The comment can be left blank. Okay. Okay. That has been added, and it can equally be edited. Okay. On the exam list, why don't we put the name, let's say let's say this is mathematics. Okay, we put the date, and the time is this. Let's do it this way. Okay, and let's add another exam. Let's say it's English language. And the date is this date, and the comment is same. Okay. So we see that we have added two exams. We put all through for our list. So we've added these two exams. Now we can then go to manage marks. This is what teachers do. So let's manage marks for our students. So for instance, if I am a mathematics student teaching GSS 1A, okay, and the subject being mathematics, it can be this. This is mathematics, so I need to select mathematics. Otherwise, this can be, we can put first term, and or do the naming convention in a particular way that is not going to mess our thing. So I will then come to mark, to manage mark or marks. Okay, the subject is selected, the section is selected, and marks for mathematics for this class, this is it. So by design, what we are going to have here is going to give us the list of all the students in that particular class. We can then enter their marks as a teacher. Let's say this guy scored 74. For this one, I will not put comment. And this guy, let's say, has got it 81. She got 78, 68, 59. We just want to do something that is going to give us all the grading in the system. Okay. Oh, this guy did well. 44. And let's say 54. Okay. And then I'm going to save changes. When these changes are saved, we have already marked this guy's exams. Okay, let's do the same thing for English. This was supposed just to be, how did I put? for GSS. Anyway, this is the most important one. Okay, so let me manage the marks. Okay, 45, 65, 40, 39 or 8, 78, 33. Okay. Then I'll add changes. Okay. So now that we added the marks for 2 subjects for this particular class, now when we go to not manage users, manage students, we want to see student information. Let's go to that class, GSS 1. Okay. And on the class 1, I want to see the mark sheet. The mark sheet should now be populated for this guy. Why? Because we have added those. And on the mark sheet, what you are going to see, this is for an individual report, but you are going to see the highest mark obtained for that particular class and the grade system, which is here. The comment will be seen here if we had added comment, but ideally, comment should be added. And we are going to see for all the subjects, okay, for that particular exam, okay. And another thing that we can see here from the student information, is that the students can be, or maybe before we go there, so not with those sample exams record entered. Let's do probably the last one for this particular video is to take attendance and see an attendance report. Let's see how easy it is for us to take attendance. By default, it's going to give you the date for that particular day, and the class should be selected. When you log in as a teacher, you automatically allowed to, the list here will be given, the lists that are going to be available to you here are going to be things that are pertaining to you. So let's say for this particular, we want to manage the attendance, that is, we want to check the attendance. All the lists of the student in that particular class will be here, and by default, their attendance is undefined. They are neither present nor absent. So let's say only one student is absent today in this particular class. It is easier for us to check, to mark everyone present, and to then go for that particular person who is probably absent. Let's say this guy is absent, and let's save the changes and then see what our attendance report looks like. We have marked only one person absent, okay, just to see what it is when somebody is absent. And so we then come here to the attendance report. When we are looking at attendance report, the same thing should happen. You should specify which of those. Attendance reports come on a monthly basis. So this is May, it is just 1st May. I can then show, we choose the year because we may be looking for year that were previous years, okay. Okay, so let's wait for Okay, so this is what our reports look like for today, being 1st of May. Okay, and you can see for Aminu Kato, who is absent, we can print.
Daddy, I'm eating rice.
We can print and to check how it looks when it is printed. Okay, Aminu Kato is absent, and so that is what it is. You can go back and print report for days, years that were passed according to your database. And this system can allow you to input record from previous years if you are just acquiring them new. Okay, so with what we have done so far, we are going to stop this video. This is where we switch sessions. If I go to 2016 to 2017 session, it's going to load that section, but we are not going to see any information there because we didn't add anything except for the teachers, of course, which the system assume they are part of it, and so that is why that is what we see. Okay. Otherwise, let me go back to the current session where we were coming from. Okay. Are we on the right session? Yes, we are on the right session. Okay, so that is what it is for now. Let's pause. We'll do another video that is going to show some more advanced usage of the system. Thank you for watching.